Alright, hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Dorothy. I'm a professional astrologer, and you can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com. And I'm having a special, and I would like you to, this is what it is, go to my website and sign up for my newsletter that goes out twice a month. Has everything on it you would ever want to know about what I'm doing. And if you sign up, what I will be doing over the next few months is choosing 3 people every month for a free 20-minute astrology session with me, and this is a phone session. But if the response is huge, then I will pick 3 a week. So come to my website, join my subscription, and good luck. So today I want to talk about December and what's going on for December. So we have this major cardinal T-square going on. And so the beginning of this, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, and then the next little piece will be more specific to each zodiac sign, okay? So just listen in. You won't even know I'm doing it. I'm just going to cut and paste. So I want you to know we have between December 4th and December 10th, and that's the intense period. We can feel it a little bit on either side. We have Mars in the sign of Libra. Mars in Libra can be passive-aggressive. Our actions, we're looking for our actions to be controlled and balanced, but they typically don't feel controlled and balanced. That's why we're looking for that to happen. All right? Then we also have Mars making a square aspect to Pluto right around the 8th and 9th of December. And when Mars squares Pluto, this is obsession, and this is controlled power is what we would call it. But we're looking for action. Mars in Libra wants action. Pluto in Capricorn is looking for those deep-rooted changes, those deep-rooted transformational pieces. Now, I know we're in Sagittarius time of year, but it feels very Scorpio to me, because we do have some Scorpio stuff still lingering. So this means that whatever was going on and whatever is, transforming and coming up and out of us, like this, deep volcano, things are coming up and out, we can really feel it rumbling right now. Allow this healing process to happen. Allow this process to erupt. Because on December 10th, Mars will be in an opposition to Uranus, and that is quick, sudden shifts and changes. All right, so that's what we have. Mars and Uranus are in an opposition to each other, and then Pluto is, whatever direction, doesn't matter, is in a square to both of those. And Mars is the faster moving planet, so it's the one triggering everything. So that means we're seeking and searching for balance now that we've gone through some sort of deep and very deep transformation that has come from very much within and is coming up and out. All right? Allow this process to happen so you can heal. Deep things from the past will be coming up for all of this. So that's the hardest part of all of what's going on with this cardinal T-square. But when they're cardinal, that means it is about shifting and changing, and we're going to allow that to happen. Now, to finish off this general piece of what's going on in the middle of December, actually it's the first 10 days of December, we also have Mars is making a sextile to the Sun in Sag, and so the Sun in Sagittarius is making connections throughout this T-square, and they're positive connections. He's trining Uranus and a sextile to Mars, semi-sextiles to Pluto. So the Sun will help to put that silver lining and give us opportunities if we allow the transformation to happen that this T-square is asking of us. Because Mars, Uranus, and Pluto are the heavy hitters when they're together. It's like the mob coming through and making a change. It really is. Breathe, stay centered. If you practice yoga, it's just like, standing on one foot. You feel that straight, calm center no matter what's going on around you. Allow these shifts to come up and out. All right, so on December 4th to December 30th, we also have Venus in the sign of Scorpio. So it moves in there on December 4th. When Venus is in the sign of Scorpio once a year, usually about 3.5 weeks, we get to focus in on our love relationships and what is going on there, and also the things that we love. So let me address both of these, and then we'll get to the house that it is for you. So, love relationships, how we love, what we love. When it's in the sign of Scorpio, when Venus moves into Scorpio, she can become very obsessive and very passionate. That's a fun piece. Or jealous. Not so fun. We can feel there's something going on under the surface if we're not open and honest all the time. there is a period here where our relationships, our love relationship especially, is going through a deep transformation. There needs to be a look at what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on under the surface. And if you're feeling uneasy, excuse me, if you're feeling uneasy, then it's in a relationship, then it's time to address this, because transformation must happen. It will happen one way or another. It'd be good if you were to initiate it. Because if you're feeling obsessed or jealous or uneasy in a relationship, those are all based in fear. And we don't want that. That's not a healthy way to be in a relationship with anybody, especially ourselves. So work on that and go through that process in that internal check to see where your love relationship is, and then have the conversation if you need to. We have Mercury coming into Capricorn soon, and I'll get to that in a second, and that will help. But, so you can say also, well, I'm not in a love relationship, so how am I going to use this Venus in Scorpio? Well, the way you're going to use the Venus in Scorpio is through the things that you love, the things that mean stuff to you, you know, the things that you're passionate about. Usually it's how we create beauty, or the beauty we have around us, whether we love to decorate, we love to paint. My Taurus piece, I love to collect rocks. I got a ton of them over here. Someday I'll show you. You know, and so what do you do with that? You know, that Venus in Scorpio helps us to take our skills, our talents, and transform them into something else. So that, to me, it sounds like a hobby. So we take a hobby, something that we really love. Hobbies are things that we love to do. And if we choose at this point in time, we can actually take that and transform that into a stream of income. Because that's what that energy is all about. So take these energies and focus at it. And so it is in what house? So Cancer, this is going on in your solar 5th house. The 5th house represents what we're passionate about, what we love to do, where we're creative. So this is a very important location to have this Venus moving through the sector, because I really feel that if Scorpio already lives there, because that's why this planet Venus is transiting through there, so that means that, you know, the way that you create and what you create is a process that comes deep from within, deep in your soul. So this is a great opportunity to especially take the things that you're creative about and change it into something that you really want it to be. It's fixed energy, so you really can focus in on that. I want you to have a great time with this energy and really move into something that you're passionate about, not something that you feel negative about, okay? Focus in on that. It will be really helpful for you. The next aspect I want to talk about that I already mentioned I would is that Mercury moves into the sign of Capricorn. Does that on December 9th. And when Mercury is in Capricorn, it represents stability and being consistent. Our thinking is more focused. We have good memory. There's a lot of wisdom that's engaged when Mercury moves through the sign of Capricorn. It'll be in that sign for the remainder of December, and that is in your solar 7th house. Now, with Mercury moving through the 7th house, it's a great opportunity for, you know, real stable and real grown-up conversations with your partners. And this is your love relationships or business partnerships. When it's Capricorn, it tends to be more business-like, so whatever that means to you. Now on December 19th, Mercury will make a conjunction to Pluto, who's already in there. So that means that over the last number of years, you know, your relationships and partnerships have been going through a deep transformation anyways. And so when Mercury conjuncts Pluto on December 19th, it's an annual conjunction. It happens once a year. That's what that means. You know that. You'd have to explain that, did I? But it helps you to really make sense of what's going on with your relationships, because you don't typically have casual relationships anyways. But here's an opportunity for you to focus in on how you want to communicate in those relationships and business partnerships. We also have on the 20th, Mercury makes a square aspect to Uranus out there, and that just means that out of the blue there can be some sudden thing, something sudden can come up and out. So we have to talk about something that we're probably not comfortable with, but we can do it and be very serious and level-headed about it. next, well, we have the winter solstice on the 21st of December, first day of winter. And that's when all of these things that have just been up in the air and changing and transforming and shifting, we can actually start to take that ego essence of the sun and really focus it in and bring it down. It's in your 7th house as well. And bring it down into something that is more stable, more reliable, when we can feel much better about what's going on, again, in our relationships and partnerships for you, Cancer. On December 25th, we have the full moon in the sign of Cancer. Again, another forecast will be produced for this, because I do separate videos for the new moon and the full moon forecasts, all right? But on December 25th, on Christmas, that full moon in the sign of Cancer is wonderful, because it basically we just want to be home. For you, this is in your solar first house, so you're probably the one in charge of getting everybody together, since you have Cancer rising. So you're most likely somebody who does that. So this full moon on Cancer, and the full moon is in, the moon's in Cancer on Christmas Eve as well. So we're going to be going home and just feeling like we want to be there, but you'll be the one that will be in charge. And finally, December 31st, the moon and Jupiter are conjunct at 23 degrees of Virgo, solar 3rd house. And so when they're conjunct at this point, the reason I'm speaking of it, because the moon comes around every month, it's just that 20th to 23, right in that range, pretty close to where the eclipse was September 13th. So that eclipse on September 13th can be triggered every single month, right around the same degree. And with Jupiter hanging out there this month too, it happens to be on New Year's Eve. You know, there's a lot of conversation, a lot of talking, a lot of, reliving the year. This is a great opportunity for us to release and let go of, even though the moon doesn't quite match this yet, because we are still waxing. No, we are in a waning cycle there. It's a great opportunity for us to release and let go of things that no longer serve us. It's a very good opportunity, and this can be something that we can do daily if we like. So whatever was going on in September with that eclipse, whether it was September 13th, near October 13th, November, and now here at this opportunity, last day of the year, opportunities to focus in on those details. Whatever's been going on over the last 3 months, you're able to clear it for sure and set new goals for the next year, 2016. All right, and we'll be creating some new videos for that year, for the year as well. So please subscribe to this channel. You'll know when you'll be notified when the new moon, full moon forecasts are up, and these monthly ones, as well as other educational pieces I'm producing. Come to my website for your own personal private sessions, because this is really how you find out what's going on for you every single month. So come and talk to me about that if you like. All right, and join my newsletter, and hopefully you'll be the one I call and tell that you get a free session. Thank you very much for watching, and please share. Blessings. Namaste.